had a book that you wrote about naming ceremonies. That is so fascinating. Can you please give us more details about that?
Yes, that's true. I wrote a book on Isomoloruko, the Yoruba, a guide to Yoruba naming ceremony. That is actually very true. The same thing happens with the book Isomoloruko. It was also a help for humanity. Because we see, when I look around my environment, I realize that a lot of young child are living the life they are living now because so many things have not been done on their behalf. In Yoruba land, even before a child is born, there's so many things that should have been done to the pregnant woman, even to the husband. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that we have forgotten. It's like we've forgotten how we used to be. That's why so many things that is happening today is not, should not be taken with levity. There's always things to be done to address situations. When a child is born, we have something called akosejaye for a child to know the kind of thing that the child can be doing. What kind of food is best for this child? What are his taboos or taboos? What are the things, the kind of clothes, colors he or she should be wearing on? The kind of places he should be going or should not be going? Just to guide the child so that the child will know the right path to take on planet Earth. But I see around me nowadays where a lot of child, even a lot of parents actually know these things. So Isomoloruko, a guide to Yoruba naming ceremony, is to help new couples who wants to have babies as a guide to know what they need to do before they have a child, how to, the details about what is known to be a child. What is placenta? Placenta has a lot of meanings in Yoruba culture. So these are the things that, we teach. It's an ancestral knowledge that I put in these books, that I know that humanity is going to love it by the time they examine it and they follow it through. Everything that they need for a new baby, even the parents, everything is in there. It's a very good guide for everyone. For everyone, it introduces the ancestral way of taking care of marriage and of pregnancy from the first week to the last week, and even after birth, things to do. And even when you want to do naming ceremonies, there are things to buy, to take, so that you can use it to communicate to the destiny of the child. There's so many things. All these rights are practically put in this book for people, to the extent that, in fact, if you don't have any means of contacting anybody around you, you can actually do it on your own. So it's the personal guide. And if you need a Babalawo to help you come to a naming ceremony for the newborn baby, I'm here. Or you look for Babalawo around you, who's going to be of help. All these things are there to be a guide for anybody who is very much interested in how to live a life of peace for their children. Thank you so much for asking this question, so I appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Julius Hall, President and CEO of ATR and Our Black Media. I'm very happy to inform all of our viewers and members that my self-published books are now available. Crossing the Line is my autobiography, and The Journey is my life of work of poetry. Both are available now by contacting us at ATR or Our Black Media at the information you see on the screen. We also have some amazing new content coming up in 2024. We have several new animated series and a few new live shows to share with you. But while you're waiting on that, make sure you check out our magazines on our website and subscribe to help us in bringing all this amazing content and information to our community and to the world. By the summer of this year, we hope to have our new digital radio station up and running. So stay tuned and follow us as we soar to new heights in this information technology arena. Remember, subscribe to our website for a very special price to receive our materials. And then order my books. Money back guaranteed if you don't like it. Thank you, and I hope to greet you soon.
Isomoloruko, a guide to Yoruba traditional naming ceremony. Life will be made easy if you all know the meaning behind our names. If you are all conscious of the fact that our name is as important as our breath. You are what your name is. This book did justice in exposing the secret of how names are coined in Yoruba Ifa and Orisha Stories nations. The ancient Yoruba conscious ancestors put meaning to every details of a child since the first day the mother became conscious of her pregnancy. Do you want to know and understand the Yoruba tradition system of naming that cannot be found anywhere in the world? Order for your copies today on Amazon and share the links with family and friends. Isomoloruko, a guide to Yoruba traditional naming ceremony.
Julius Hall and his magazine staff has been deceiving the black community with fake news about me. I'm going to personally come to Savannah. I'm going to build the wall around ATR Media Group, and Julius Hall is going to pay for it. No matter how much fake news he spreads about me in his magazine, I will still be the president in the next election. Thank you, everyone. One more thing. Once I'm reelected, Charlie Brown will have his mouth duct taped. And for Bernard, America Brown, from now on, I'll be having the FBI watching him in the strip clubs. And then we will tax those dollars that he's been making it rain with. And as for Dr. Jamal, he's about to be ancient history. Now, folks, this is a guy who calls himself Mr. Black History. Gullah Geechee, my ass. And that damn NASA girl. I'm about to take her to the moon and leave her there. And I also have something for that Robert Bryant guy. I will have him frying fish at Shabazz restaurant. And the last two on my list, Uncle Sean and Aunt Tiffany, they will be servants in the White House kitchen. And when it's all said and done, I'm gonna crush the rabbit.
Donald Trump, I'm here. Say what the hell you want to say now to me face to face. I'm here.
My book is titled, The Orishas Within You. And within this book, I'll be going over 14 of the most popular Orishas. I'll be going over their energy and how their energy relates to you. You'll also notice that there's poetry, And there's some beautiful, colorful pictures, which means they're not only for adults, but this book is also child-friendly. And just to give a brief overview of the Orishas that you will come across in this book, you'll see Shango, Oya, Ogun, Oshun, Yemoja, Eshu, Ochosi, Olokun, Ajay, Obanani, Aja, Osain, Obatala, and Orumila. This book is available on Amazon, Kindle, and Audible. The Orishas Within You. Order your copy today, not tomorrow. As you become one with your Obanani energy, your ability to give and receive love will become easier. Love itself is a beautiful, special energy, but unconditional love is on a whole different level. The Obanani within you is the unconditional love. Obanani's energy also has a warrior side, which means sometimes love hurts. Think of a mama tiger. She will fight off a whole pack of hyenas to protect her babies. Even though the numbers are stacked against her, she's still fearless in a time of battle. The unconditional love that she has for her babies may require her to fight a crocodile inside of the water or a hungry hippo who sees her babies as dinner. Her actions are out of love, even though it'll hurt. Either she'll get hurt or the animals that come for her babies will get hurt. But if you think that love doesn't hurt for her babies, then think again. She goes out and hunts for dinner, making sure her babies eat. They depend on her for food, and each day she makes sure they're satisfied. But that one day comes to where they go to enjoy the meal that she hunts, only for her to growl at them and fight them away. They quickly realize that they have to now hunt their own food or they won't eat. The only thing that got hurt was their little feelings. But they learned pretty quickly when hunger got the best of them. Each one of us has an unconditional love for someone or something. Each one of us has a force, either physical, spiritual, or both, that unconditionally loves us. A dog can love a human so much that he or she will risk their own life to save the life of their owner. A human can love their dog so much that he or she will sometimes refer to themselves as mommy or daddy to that dog. We can also have unconditional love for objects. That usually happens when an emotional attachment is created. If your great-great-great-grandmother knitted a blanket and it's been passed down through generations until being passed down to you, then the emotional attachment will come with it. No matter how much wear and tear it goes through, it will always remain special to you. You will protect that blanket the same way the mother tiger protects her babies. If your home caught on fire and you could only save one object, it would be that blanket. That blanket may not be much in financial value, but the spiritual value makes it priceless. There is no amount of money that will make you part ways with that blanket. We can also develop unconditional love for places. Unconditional love for places is also formed by emotional attachments. Let's say a land development company has an interest in building a market in the old neighborhood your family grew up in. If this project gets approved, it will require demolition to every home in that neighborhood. Even though you no longer live there, you'll still oppose the idea of seeing the neighborhood gone. So now let's get into unconditional love that you give and unconditional love that you receive. Giving unconditional love. Let's say you're the coach of a children's football team. They show up every game, giving everything that they got, but still can't win a game. The season is almost over. There are only 3 games left to play. Now, even though they're losing the game by a landslide, they finally scored the first goal of the season. They celebrate as if they just won the championship. You and their parents celebrated even though there's no chance they'll win that game. Even though they lost a lot to a little bit, you and the parents decided to take the whole team out to celebrate that one score. You and the children laughed, talk about that one score, and had the time of your lives. Every loss has been disappointing up to this point, but this loss was different. That one and only score changed the mood of the children, parents, and you, the coach. Even though the team went on to lose the last 3 games of the season, you still remain proud of them. A few months passed, and you were offered to coach a winning high school football team. These high school kids are championship material, and they have the potential to definitely win. Coaching this new high school team would definitely get your name put in the papers weekly. Your popularity will go through the roof. We now live in a world where nothing is no longer a secret. Thanks to the internet, magazines, and other sources of information, everyone knows you were offered this position. The children and their parents you coach know about the offer as well. The children of that losing team are crushed, believing you will no longer be their coach. But to everyone's surprise, you turned down that high school offer and remained to coach the Little League football team. The Obanani within you unconditionally loved those children, no matter how many games they lost. Just the thought of leaving them for a better situation wouldn't sit well with you. Your loyalty and love for those children means more to you than winning a championship and having your name placed in a newspaper every week. What makes this love unconditional is the fact that you didn't care if they lost every game. You loved those children regardless, and the thought of you turning your back on them was not an option. Receiving unconditional love. Let's say you have a daughter who is 6 years old. Her birthday wish was for you to get her a dog. You're not thrilled about adding a dog to the family, but for your baby girl, you just couldn't say no. As you take her to look at dogs, she comes across a dog that is a pure mutt. At her age, she doesn't know the difference between a mutt and a pure breed, so you try to explain to her. The more you explain, she doesn't care. She wants that dog. You think to yourself, of all dogs, she chooses this one. You give her her wish and get that dog for her. The dog has a weak left front leg, so he walks with a limp. He's the least cutest dog compared to the other dogs, but this dog is the one your daughter chose. She names him Crown. Crown is so excited to see her standing in front of him. Crown has always been separated from the other dogs. Every time someone came to look at dogs to purchase, Crown never got looked at. He was treated as if he was invisible. As your daughter walked in front of his kennel, his tail wagged, his ears went up, and he jumped up with excitement. That was the first bit of attention that Crown ever received. Crown now finally has a home, something he thought would never happen. As he adjusts to his new life, he is showered with love and attention from your daughter. Everyone else around him wants nothing to do with him, including you. Crown isn't focused on everyone else. Crown is only focused on the love he received from your daughter. Your daughter and Crown becomes inseparable. They spend so much time together that when your daughter goes off to school, Crown starts to whine. But one day, your daughter took Crown out for his daily walk. They encountered a vicious dog who was more than twice the size of Crown. The dog comes to attack your daughter, but Crown jumps in the way without hesitation. Crown gives it everything he has as he fights the dog. Crown was outmatched, and that dog tossed Crown around like a rag doll. A man driving along sees what's going on, so he pulls his car over. The vicious dog gets scared and runs off when the man gets out of his car. Once you and your family realize what happened, you immediately change your feeling towards Crown. Crown is immediately taken to the animal hospital. After some time, Crown makes a full recovery and returns home as a hero. For that moment on, you and the rest of the family no longer cares about Crown being a mutt. The Obanani within your daughter gave one of the greatest unconditional loves ever. The unconditional love that Crown has for your daughter is what gave him the courage to risk his life to save hers. Love sometimes hurt, and yes, Crown ended up getting hurt over the love he has for your daughter. Obanani is also a warrior, and Crown displayed that warrior energy as he protected your daughter. Welcome to our website, which means you are now in the zone of Black power, Black excellence, and Black greatness. We hitting you upside the head with 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 of the best Black magazines that you'll ever read. We ain't sugarcoating nothing, and we ain't holding anything back. We talk about Black problems, Black solutions, Black history, Black awareness, and Black businesses. Now, if you take a closer look on this page, you'll notice that there's a subscribe button. And subscribe buttons do not subscribe themselves. Now, we're not asking for much, but we're asking for something. So, if you really want to know how graphic the race riots were in America, hit that subscribe button. If you want to know which African country is lifting its visa restrictions for people who look like us, hit that subscribe button. Black railroads, Black cowboys, Black miners, Black leaders. Learn more. Hit that subscribe button. Why is the Chinese colonizing Africa? What are the politicians doing with our Black dollars? Why did the United States government stop Martin Luther King and Malcolm X from forming an alliance? What were some of the all-Black towns that were flooded and then put underwater? If you want to know the answer to those questions, hit the subscribe button. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is it worth it? You know how back in the day when you liked a girl in school and you had the yes box and the no box? Well, we just gonna check the yes box because it's worth it. Now hit that button and subscribe. You still here? What are you waiting for? Reparations? Well, we talk about that too. So hit the subscribe button. Here at ATR Media Group, we provide magazine publications for our community, by our community, about our community. And in our magazines, we'll go over Black problems, Black solutions, Black history, Black businesses, Black cars, Black shirts, Black shoes. Minus the last 3. I was just joking. But in addition to Hello Atlanta, Hello Savannah, Port City Review, we also have Hello Jacksonville, and my personal favorite, Hello Africa. These magazines are available for you to read online, or you can order a copy. But whatever you decide to do, do it today, not tomorrow.